Holy foley. Come here, I got a secret. You are God, living in her own dream. Welcome to this Mystics Journal video, where I share any insights, things that come up that you might find interesting or helpful on your journey as well. So the first one in this video that I'd like to talk about is this idea of what if our thoughts manifested instantly? So any thought you had manifested instantly. The reality is all our thoughts do manifest. There's just a massive time lag. Okay. And you might wonder, well, why is there such a time lag? And there's many different reasons that you could come up with it. But essentially, what I want to talk about in this video is the fact that there's a time lag removes a lot of the motivation within humans to be conscious of their thoughts. Because it seems like your thoughts don't matter. If they don't manifest instantly, then it's like, oh, I can have a thought and it's harmless, it doesn't matter. However, if your thoughts manifested instantly, then it would be a completely different story. Then you'd be a lot more motivated to be aware of your thoughts and make sure you're not sending out certain frequencies that are going to be reflected back that you don't want to experience. So my advice is, because all thoughts do eventually manifest, just imagine that every single thought does manifest instantly. Get in that mindset and you become more aware of your thoughts. The second thing to talk about in this video is that the divine, life, the universe, flows through each being. Not just those who are spiritually awake or enlightened or whatever, flows through every single being. So it's important to not shut off from really listening to every single being, because I found from my experience, life can talk to you through any means. Okay, it might be your own intuition, or you might get information through someone else and they might not be spiritual at all. I found that when traveling around, for instance, completely intuitively abroad with no idea what I'm going to do, and then just allowing life to communicate to me through other people. Life is always trying to tell you things, communicate to you. However, a lot of spiritual people shut themselves off to listening to non-spiritual people because they think, oh, there's no point listening to them, nothing valuable will come out of it. No. It will surprise you. Life is talking to you through every single person. So don't shut off to being receptive to all the ways life is trying to communicate to you. And the final thing to talk about in this video is when someone comes to you for advice or healing and you end up giving some advice to that person, the advice that comes through you is not just for the other person, it's for you as well. Life is orchestrated for that person to come into your life and ask you for help regarding that particular issue, because life wants you to know that advice as well. The other person is an excuse for that advice to channel through you so that you can become aware of that advice. It's just one of the many ways that life communicates advice to you. It's by you actually being the channel of that advice to someone and then realizing, oh, that advice is actually for me as well. So it's important to understand that. That's quite a big game changer. You're never just giving advice for another. You're always giving advice for another and yourself in some way. So bear that in mind and see how that applies to you. So that concludes this video. If you have any questions you'd like me to answer or any comments, then just give a comment below this video and I'll see you next time. Yours joygasmically, Agape.